Do you know what? An awful lot can happen in 12 months, can't it? And 12 months ago, when we were in that glorious hot summer, how long ago does that feel now? I met Martin Neeves, who had made a huge announcement in his online diary.
Basically, over the last few months, or since about October last year, I've been in complete turmoil in my personal life. I've just admitted to myself and accepted that I'm actually a transgender woman.
That's quite an announcement to make, isn't it? And that was the beginning of Martin's journey to becoming Katie. Now, as we got to know Katie, it's just been a fascinating story. And it was a real honour, actually, to be part of the official name change to Katie, as she absolutely and entirely renounced, relinquished and abandoned the use of her former name.
The first signature I had to do, I have to sign as Katie. So this is weird because I'm not used to signing as Katie.
Have you not practiced it?
I did a little bit, but I'm sure it'll develop over time. But here we go. So this is the first one with Katie. That one's done.
Oh, with a flourish?
I'm halfway there with a flourish. We go for the second one. So we go for the signing for the last time as Martin. It's got a flourish as well.
How does that feel then? You're Katie now.
I know. It does feel a bit surreal. In some ways, there's a bit of sadness because there's a bit of loss of Martin, the fact that I've been Martin for 49 years. And so there is a little bit of a sense of bereavement. But overall, it's a real sense of joy and excitement about my new life as the woman that I feel inside.
And so Katie is here 1 year on. Good morning to you, Katie. And you've changed a lot in the last 12 minutes. You look totally different.
Well, I've come in without my wig on. That's what it is.
Is that what it is? So this is your hair.
This is all real. It won't blow off in the wind now.
Well, there's a relief. Just if you're hanging around with me today, just as a small warning. So you've got your hair, your beautiful dress, but your complexion, the way your skin is, everything has really changed in 12 months.
Really? Thank you. See, I see it every day, so I don't notice the difference.
No, it's when you get slightly chubby. I was looking at pictures the other day and thought, oh, somebody's been tanking it the last couple of months, Vic Minute. So back on the slimming world. How are you feeling? 12 months on.
I'm feeling absolutely great. So many people have said to me that I look so much happier now. And I didn't think that I looked unhappy before, but I really do feel happy. It's the real me. And living your truth is just amazing. And it's just been an incredible year.
I think that's what it is. Maybe, like how pregnant women have a glow.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. Maybe it's because you've become settled. I can't imagine, because once you make that decision that you're going to completely transform your gender, you're changing your person. You're changing everything about you. Is that something you found?
Yeah, it's a pretty major change, isn't it?
Well, it's not like just slipping on a new jumper or growing your fringe a bit, is it?
I can't really think of anything bigger that you can do to yourself, really. But the thing is, there's no choice in it. And some people sort of say, "Oh, it's a lifestyle choice." There's absolutely no choice at all. Nobody chooses to be trans because it's such a tough journey, and nobody would choose such a hard way to go. So there's so much loss involved and so much heartache, but the rewards are there because to live your truth is just amazing.
What have you lost?
I've lost my sister. She's very religious, and she just unfortunately just won't. It's not for her. So unfortunately, I've lost her.
Wow.
I've had other big losses within my family as well through it. I've lost a few friends, but not many. Most of my friends have been absolutely amazing. They've been incredible, and they've stuck by me. But the ones that I haven't lost many, but the ones that have obviously weren't my true friends anyway. It's a good way of finding out who your true friends are. Bit of an extreme way, but...
Well, yeah, not necessarily a road everyone will want to go down, but to lose your sister and family members... That must hurt.
It does a lot. Yeah. She's a very evangelical, born again Christian,
right.
and it's. But then I know other born again Christians who actually have family members who are trans, and they're fine. They can cope with it. So it's obviously very extreme, and it's very sad because we were very close as kids.
Does does that make you any regret? Knowing that you've lost some of your family, does that make you regret any part of your journey?
Yeah, there obviously are some regrets, but I don't. Overall, I feel so much better because it's the real me, and so you can't live your life for other people and for other people's convenience or to make them feel better. You can only live your life as best you can, and so overall, I'm very glad that I've made the decision to actually do something about it.
We'll talk some more to Katie in just a moment. First, this just feels like a very appropriate song for you. Taylor Swift with Brendan Urie. This is me. Now then, with me in the studio here chatting to us is Katie Neeves, 12 months on after she said goodbye to her life as Martin, and we've just been discussing the enormous losses you've been through, Katie, here on BBC Coventry Warwickshire since you became Katie, including members of your family. But there are positives, like you said, you're living your true self. Now, you don't think about this, medical problems, because whilst you're still going through treatment, I suppose, to keep you as Katie, but you had a TIA the other week.
Well, it was a suspected TIA, so we still don't know. We've had lots of tests. So far, all the tests have come back clear. So, I'm hoping that it wasn't a TIA, but the symptoms were of that, so they had to treat it like that. So, unfortunately, they've stopped me driving for 4 weeks, which is crazy.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm leaning on friends to give me lifts to places at the moment.
Well, that's not a bad thing, being chauffeured. If I win the lottery, that's the first thing I'd have.
Some of my friends have nicknamed me Miss Daisy. I'm going to get a hat.
I should. A massive bonnet, just for the hell of it. And this means that you can't take certain medications. Yeah.
They've temporarily halted my HRT. So basically, the medications that I'm on, there's two sorts. There's the anti-androgens, which basically suppress the testosterone. Mm-hmm. So I can carry on with those, and they're actually given by injection now, once every 3 months, and they just take the testosterone right down to, in fact, a lower level than the average cisgendered woman. So that can still carry on, but it's the estrogen side of it that I just got that up just to the levels that I need it to be, because you have target levels to get it to where you want it to be to transition, and I just got it where I wanted, and then my endocrinologist, which is a hormone specialist, said that because of this suspected TIA, I'm just going to have to suspend the HRT for now. I thought, oh no. So it's caused me quite a lot of anxiety about that, to be honest.
I can imagine, because does this mean you could start transitioning backwards?
Yeah, detransitioning. Yeah.
Wow.
If I was off it for long enough, I'm just hoping that I won't be. I just hope that they get to the bottom of exactly what I had.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine.
So many people have been talking about menopause recently, though. It's massively in the news, and you could, I don't know, could you end up having a menopause coming off the HRT?
I could, yeah. And I've had those symptoms before, where I've had hot flushes and night sweats.
No.
When I had I was at one point when my estrogen levels was actually way too high, and they brought it down. And when they brought it down, then I had all the menopause symptoms then. So I'm fully expecting to have those again if it goes on for too long. But I just hope that the doctors find out soon, exactly what happened, and they can say I can go back on it again.
What's now? What's sort of the next? Because the last time I spoke to you, you just changed your name. You were just going through it. Now you are Katie. What happens next? Right. Are you thinking about relationships?
I'm at the moment. I'm not really thinking about that. I've just got so much else going on at the moment. So I'm certainly not looking at the moment. But as you know, I changed my name in July in the studio here with you, and I've been living full time as Katie now for 9 months, and that was nerve-wracking to begin with.
Sure.
So just going out on jobs and how was I going to be received, and it's been absolutely brilliant. It's just like business as usual. It's fantastic.
So you carried on with your job?
Absolutely, because I'm a photographer and filmmaker, and I just go out about my work as normal. It's absolutely fine. But the next thing is I've got this new venture that I've just started up called Cool to be Trans, because I've been doing lots more of the media interviews as now, and what I've been finding, every time I've been doing them, I get contacted by other trans people who have been struggling with it, and they say that what I've said has helped them, because I've just become a bit of a positive role model and become this sort of trans ambassador. And it's really spurred me on. So I've just been doing more of this and doing public speaking, and I decided to expand it and then also do trans awareness training for companies, because I thought if I can go into a company and show them somebody authentic talking about it, then it's much better than just somebody else just coming in and say, "Oh, this is the trans module. This is what you can't say. This is what you can say."
Oh yeah, man! Some strange video with Cheryl Baker fronting it or something. These things, do happen. Yeah. Listen, we wish you well. Keep us posted as well after your TIA and stuff. Let us know how you're getting on. In the meantime, thank you so much. Lovely to see you, Katie Neeves. We're coming up for 10:30.
BBC Coventry and Warwickshire Travel.